You ain't never had no girl. So why y'all talking about me? Find something else to talk about. You talk about my girl. Go talk about your girl. Go find a girl. Go find a life. Stop worrying about what I got going on. I know what I got. I know my girl. My girl been with me for 5 years. Y'all are just not starting to talk about me and just not starting to be with me. Like, come on, man. Y'all go do something else with y'all life. Clickbait pages, y'all better stop. I'm telling y'all. Y'all, if something bad gonna happen to y'all, y'all keep doing that. Y'all better stop that. I ain't playing. Y'all better stop. All the clickbaiting pages. You know, when we was sitting down and I was at my public shop, we was talking about my family. What was they gonna do while I was in there signing stuff? I had all my family there. And that's why she did. That's why she said she's gonna stay there so they can get stuff. That's why she said she's gonna sit there so they can get stuff, have fun there. She wanted to go back. They wanted to go back. Someone wanted to go back to the hotel. Some of them didn't. Y'all trying to make everything. Y'all want everything for clicks. Like, stop that. That's crazy. Like, y'all hate on me and then y'all go and hate on my girl. Like, bro, I feel the same pain that she feel. We're inseparable, bro. We with each other. Like, she hurting, of course I'm gonna be hurting. If I'm hurting, of course she gonna be hurting. Like, y'all, come on, bro. That John hurt, bro. But then again, I'm talking to people that in life. Go ahead, bro. I don't care. I would rather all y'all leave right now and go send text messages. So when she wake up in the morning, she get on her phone. Nothing but positivity. Nothing but positive energy. Yeah, she's still sleeping. She slumped. You know, you hurt, but you just cry yourself to sleep and you just be gone. Like, she drunk like OD amount tonight for no reason. No, she sleep. She's gone. She'll be up in the morning. Where can they send messages at? Discord. 7 people typing letters. That's cool. That's good. Appreciate it.
What did you send me, Stu?
That'd be the best sleep. It does, but I don't need her to go to sleep. No, sad. It's kind of hard. It's hard on me because I can't even help her. Like, chat all the work.
Street, what's up with you, baby? Oh, that boy. What's up, dog? What's going on, man?
Bro, had to put out the scarf for this one, dog.
And your lunchbox. I see it on your shirt, man.
Had to put out the Deadpool scarf for this one, bro.
Deadpool. Bro. Listen, man, y'all welcome to Hayes Street, man. We in the Christmas spirit, in the spirit of giving, right? We starting this thing off this Monday, man. Everything's good. Everything's great. But we in the spirit of giving, and I think we in that mode right now. Street, what you think, dog?
Yeah, dog. We in the spirit, bro. It's giving. I've never been to a city where they actually do that. Like, where does that go down at? You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never Christmas time. I'm with my girl walking through the mall and some marble mall and skating. I have never been to a city. Where does this go down at? I would love to know.
New York, baby. Where dreams are made of. Concrete jungle. Oh, anyway, I'm getting a little loose with it, man. But anyway, since we in the spirit,
we got something to give them.
Yeah, I'm your coach's favorite coach. Okay. This is the man of the street right here, and we in the spirit of giving. So what we gonna do is we gonna go ahead and give the people what they want, man. I need y'all to go ahead, put your hands together, y'all clap it up. Really flawed in the building. Yeah, she came on perfectly when the commercial came on.
She did.
Flawed, you need to talk to me. What's going on with you?
Nothing much. I am just realizing how perfectly I matched with my little lady.
That's how it is. Look, I got my red on. You got red. You got your pink and purple. We got really Flaw. We got a 3-headed monster in the building today. So, Flaw, welcome to Hayes Street. This is The Block. I'm your coach's favorite coach. That's my dog, D Streeter. And who is this we got here between the street?
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
You got really flawed, though. Y'all was crabbing about us sending DMs. When we gonna bring really flawed back? When we gonna bring really flawed? But we ain't got no money since she's been on here. It's the last time she was here. So we like, all right, man, it's Christmas time here. We gotta get these presents, man. Bring really flawed back in here.
There it is.
I'm here. It is Monday. What better way to like go through your Monday than to have to hear me talk?
Yeah. So there it is. We're gonna hear what you got to say. You the lady in the middle. And
The lady in the middle.
Lady in the middle. So go ahead and kick this thing off. And you got it. Let's rock and roll.
Yeah. So listen, we should be starting with the Heisman. Let's just call it what it is. We should be starting with the Heisman, how great Travis's speech was, how great it was to see him, his greatest moment, his this, his that, his this. And yet we are talking about this nonsense of what he did, what she said, and she's this and she's that. Like, I get it. They're young and all of that, but it's like, come on. He just won the Heisman. You know how great that is? Like, how many people have actually won the Heisman? Like, you're the best player in college football. And we're talking about your girl, if she got up, if she didn't stand, if she took a picture, you're on video talking about how sad you are that she's sad. Like, you just won the Heisman. What are we doing? So I don't even know. Like, I just wish they would both just stop talking about it. Just act like it's not even a thing. Just stop talking about it. Just go on about your life. Go be great. Go win your awards. But what do you guys think? What do you think about the Heisman? First of all, like, congratulations, Travis Hunter, for winning the Heisman. Like, no one's even talking about it.
I think him spazzing out is more interesting. With the Heisman in the background. I think that's more interesting to talk about.
Yeah. Like, present us the trophy. Show us the trophy. Is it heavy? How much does it weigh? What went through your mind as soon as you heard your name? Like, but no, where he's like, oh, my girl, she's so sad. She's sad. And when she's sad, I'm sad. And if I'm sad, she's sad. Like,
now this is a woman. This is a woman right there. Now, I know me and Hayes joke like that, right? Even she heard it that way. Like,
is that trophy heavy? Did you sleep with it that night in your bed right next to you? Right? Like, give us the stories. You know, that's what these players do. They usually get their trophy, right? They win their championship and they're like, I took a shower with the trophy. You know, all these crazy stories. We don't even, is the thing heavy? Did Reggie Bush call you?
You know what? Like, really, I'll say this. Travis Hunter does a lot right. He does a lot of things right. The speech was perfect. He talked about Jackson State. He gets a lot of things right. It seems like I don't know if I met him in person before, and I told Hayes when I met him in person, bro, listen, he's a superstar. And I'm not talking about athletically. Like, I watched him navigate himself through a mob full of kids at a destroying event flawlessly, with taking pictures with the kids and having fun with. And I came back. I told Hayes, I said, Hayes, this man's a superstar, dog. But it's always a woman that can show chinks in your armor, right? Like,
you're not wrong.
Heisman. Let's just break this down. He comes from a HBC. He decides to go to a HBCU. Everybody say that's a horrible decision. Deion gonna mess the man up. They ain't got no facilities. They playing on rocks at Jackson State. He goes to Jackson State. He balls out at Jackson State. Oh, he ain't playing against nobody. Wait till he get to Power 5. Wait till he play against Bama. Somehow he finds his way to a Power 5 school. Dog, just think about the story, dog. Somehow he finds his way to a Power 5 school.
Great story.
He gets there. Deion said, we're going to let him play both ways. And he plays both ways. And Hayes, just close your eyes, dog. He zips down his jacket and says, I'm going to Jackson State. And this shit ends with him winning the Heisman. It ends with him winning the Heisman, dog. That story is something out of fairy tale.
Exactly.
It is. And then he gets up there. He's talking about his dad. Dad look like he's in a dang crazy home or something. I don't know what the hell going on. But Dad obviously has some issues. Dad say he don't want to get in the way. I've had people like that in my family. My dad was like that. You know what I'm saying? I get something going on there. Gives a speech. Shouts out Jackson State at the podium. Jackson State never makes it to the podium. Like, he actually says, I started at Jackson State.
Yep.
Gets home, gets on camera with the Heisman in the back, and starts fucking threatening clickbait sites. Like, damn, like, come on. Trying to say, boy, something bad gonna happen to y'all. No, I think this is. I want y'all. These are kids trying to navigate through a world. I understand. I know Dion has to be telling him things because Dion has dealt with all of this. These kids, do they listen? They have so much information in front of them. A lot of times they don't listen. And you're watching them. You're watching Fame like kick her ass big time, because if y'all didn't see her respond, like she's crying. No, she's crying. She said she's crying. Trav said she drunk herself to sleep the other night. Fame, Trav said she just drunk herself to sleep. Well, give me another shot. These motherfuckers say
she slumped. So here's what I'll say as I look at it, right? Like you've everything you said, I totally agree with. It hit her fast, right? From the Fame standpoint. Mm-hmm. She explained in it. She has another video that she explained.
We can pull it up if you want to.
I want to be excluded from this email.
7 or 8 minutes long, but she's
7 or 8 minutes.
She's just talking about occurrences and how all of this stuff that's going on.
Hey, let me get my tea, man. Really start up here. They don't care if I'm up here. I'm going to get my tea.
So with that being said, she has a lot going. She's okay. He has had more time at this than she has in regards to the 7-on-7, the early stages of football, the Jackson State. You know what I mean? He kind of worked his way through. She opened the door and was like, "Who are all these people?" Not realizing what you deal with when you deal with Fame. Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's true. Yeah.
One thing I'll say about her, and I think she will definitely learn this, is the media savvy smile. Even when you're not happy, you're smiling because the camera is on you at all times.
Yep.
And to her point, I think she has valid reasons for maybe why she looked the way she did or whatever, because she's trying to navigate, trying to get on the field or this, that, and the other, or what do you want me to do? I think they're all valid reasons. But again, you are talking to anonymous people on the internet, or people are looking at your face with a keyboard, and they can come up with anything. I could be sitting over here right now like this. And Hayes ain't even interested. No, I'm looking at something trying to do it for the show, but that's how things people do. All right, that's first. And then to Street's point, everything he said, I think is 100% right. She ran into Fame extremely quickly. She's going to have to learn how to put that smile on like they do on the red carpet. They could have argued Ike and Tina in a limo and get out.
That's it. Keep it moving.
But she got to learn that. Mm-hmm. Second is, he is who he is about this young lady. It's not going to change. Like you said, you're just going to push more and more and more to it. And so, but this is what the internet does. People love a train wreck. I say this over and over and over again. Nobody caught maybe the 100 times where she hugged him and said, "I love you." It's the one time she like this.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's what it is. And unfortunately, you said he does a lot of things right. I haven't seen Travis do anything wrong until this incident right here. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not saying he hasn't done anything wrong, but in the public eye, I would have never got on the social media, whether it was his Discord, private. I know we talked about that a little bit. Street.
Yeah.
Wherever it's being recorded or could be recorded, let it play out and let it be. And he's done that. Think about everything he's gone through. How many people he can't do this, he won't do that, he shouldn't do that, and he's let it play out. He's never truly responded in my eyes.
Wherever he's talking at, the shade room is in there. Wherever he's talking in private, the shade room is in there.
Exactly. And I think,
and my very last point, Street said a woman got his downfall. Fellas and ladies, go watch any movie. I don't care what movie it is, from Donnie Brasco to Scarface to Top Gun. She is the reason it crumbles.
Always.
She's also the reason, though, that sometimes things get a little bit in order. Let's not only talk about the times where it goes south because of her. But that's the balancing act, and that's what's difficult. Is she truly the woman that's going to keep it together, or is she the woman that's where the balancing act is? It's not saying that she's not good or she is bad. You don't know until the ish hit the fan, right?
Tony Montana, and then guess what? She told, go watch Casino. She tore it down. Any of those movies. But then you do have movies where, and I can't really think of none because people love train wrecks, where the woman holds them down. You know what I'm saying? But that is the balancing act.
Yeah.
That is the balancing act.
It's just disappointing. It's just disappointing because it's none of our business. It's, first of all, it's none of our business. So the first incident happens, right? It's none of our business. If they don't speak on it, nothing else happens, we move on. But then it's like things keep happening. And then I felt like it still was none of our business, but now you're in the media and now you've made it our business because now you're talking to us. You're actually telling us to back off. Like, that's going to work. You're actually telling us the story. Like, that's going to work. You're actually telling it, like, stop talking about it. Just stop talking about it.
Yeah, it's obviously it's something they have to learn. Yeah, obviously it's something they have to learn. She is nothing. Her, what is she, Hispanic or something?
I don't know. I actually don't know. So I don't want to.
It's nothing. It's nothing. She Hispanic, mixed race, mulatto, whatever she is, can say to black women when her boyfriend is a black Heisman trophy. There's nothing she can say. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of black women just gonna be like, whatever, goody, bitch. Like, there's nothing you can say, because if you go read the comments, she talked for 8 minutes, and still, I think the first 3 minutes was rehearsed, and there's no remorse. All right, so
you can't win. You can't beat. You cannot beat this.
Stop talking to us. Right? Stop talking to us. Get us out of your business.
Yeah. And as the lawyers say, Street, shut the F up, because everything you say is going to be scrutinized. I'm going to tell you something I learned a long time ago. You can't misunderstand silence.
That's it. Just keep it moving.
Yeah.
Pop up next time and smile harder. You just keep it moving.
I think she should have just started stunting. I think she should have just started stunting and twerking. I think she should have just started just being just agitating everybody. She should have just took it to the max, like buying the flyest shit she could buy. Because you have to realize once people have put you on a pedestal, they're not up there with you. You almost have to feel like you're looking down at them. Because you know what I'm saying, for your own sanity. You almost have to feel like you're on a stage, they're in the crowd throwing tomatoes at you. And for your own sanity, it's almost like you have to separate yourself from them as real people. Because when it comes in this comment section, when me and Hayes looking in this comment section, these people don't think we real people. They just say crazy. They don't think that we don't have feelings. You know what I'm saying? Some of the stuff we read.
Yeah. You want to talk about feelings?
I just look at it.
I give them some advice. I want y'all to give them some advice, and maybe we could clip it up. And not like they care about advice, but y'all can give them some advice. I want each one of them to give them some advice.
You talking about us or the chat?
My advice to her from experience is it's going to get worse before it gets better. The NFL is going to make all of this worse because the second he gets drafted, that same night he's going to be on a plane and he's leaving. They're not going to care about her. They're going to care about him and parading him out in front of the world and parading him out to do his press conferences and do his this and to get his jersey and to go to the thing. It's not going to be about her. So she's got to get used to this. This is real. This is life. You got to get used to this. And then you have to keep things inside. Once it goes outside, you've lost control. The only way you can maintain control is to keep it inside. My advice is shut up. Stop talking about it. Go be happy. Go be in love. Go do your thing. Don't ever talk about your relationship. Ever, ever, ever. That's the rule I live by. I would never. No, absolutely not. No, because why? So that's my advice.
My advice to her and to them, really the same thing you just said, Flaw. Be quiet. Understand, and I hope this doesn't sound sexist, but this is the role in which you chose. You knew who Travis Hunter is. You know who he is. You know what he is. And this is for most ball players. This quarterback for every team, right? Unless you Gazelle, who you got your own platform.
Right.
But for the most of y'all, nobody knows the wives of the quarterback unless you're a real fanatic. So you're always going to be second fiddle. I hate to say it in this case, but that's also the man that you chose to be with. That's just what it is. In this case, and it's the same thing with any celebrity, rappers, actors. Think about it. How many people know Snoop Dogg's wife? I know he's married, but nobody knows. You know what I mean? Nobody knows Dr. until it's a problem. Until Dr. Dre got divorced, I had never seen his wife a day in my life.
Ever.
I don't think I did either.
Ever. Until he got divorced, I was like, oh, that's his wife? She could have rang my doorbell selling an Amway or something. And I would be like, hey, how you doing? Help you get a pink Cadillac? Can't help you. But I'm just saying that's the role in which she may have to play. And that's just what it is. Like with Nick Saban, I know he did with his wife, she runs his foundation. And that's what a lot of these wives do. They run their foundations, their business, that kind of stuff on the back end of this. And I heard she's supposed to be being in law school or something to that effect. So maybe, you understand, she's going to have to understand that's the role in which she plays.
That's the job. Yeah, that's.
But I'll say this, Travis Hunter has to understand that too. And you have to try to shield her as much as possible if she can't handle that. Don't put her in position in the forefront. But when you make her part of your podcast and you make her part of that, every time you speak, you reveal something, whether it's good, bad, or you leave inferences out there. People are going to infer that this or that happened. You know what I mean? Just like it was when they talked about them dating. Oh, he wasn't my type. But as soon as you said that, he was ugly, then you found out he was going to the league, right? And then she came out and said what she had to say. Now, that could have been her true thought, but nobody would have questioned it if you shut the F up. STFU.
Be quiet.
Be quiet. And I'll say this, even in her explanation, she didn't intend on it, but she put Travis out there. She called him a cheater.
She did.
Even in her explanation, she called this man a cheater.
She did. She did trying to clear her name. See, that's the problem. She's trying to clear her name.
Trying to keep telling all their business.
Right. She's trying to clear her name. Like, this is why I didn't do it. He probably told her to do it. He probably told her to say it, but now you don't throw his dirty laundry out there. I just want them to understand that Travis Hunter, the entertainer, is not a real person. Like, it's a brand. It's a thing. He's an entertainer. Like, that's separate from y'all personal life. Like, it seems as if they're joining the two and they're getting backlash from it. There's a reason Dr. Dre, Snoop, LL like hid their wives. It's almost like protecting them. Yeah, it's almost like protecting them from the crazies. You know what I'm saying? Protecting them from people who gonna attack them for no reason. It's the reason they do it. But now, I mean, this is played out right in front of us. And and all I can tell them is what's up?
I was gonna say, the one thing I wish somebody would have told me when I was younger, that sometimes I tell myself now, my older self, is, what is this going to help? What is this thing that you're going to do? How is that going to help? No one's going to understand you because they don't live with you. They don't talk to you. They don't know you. They already don't like you. They already don't respect you. They already think you're a joke. They already think all of these things. So what is you coming out and dragging now your fiance through the mud with you? Is that fun? I'm just going to keep it real here. He's the meal ticket. He's the meal ticket. What are you doing?
He's the king. Definitely the king.
What are you doing?
I mean, he's definitely. We all should be protecting one thing in him.
Yeah. Let me talk to you right now, sis. Stop. He's the meal ticket. He's the ticket. He's the one that's going to make you comfortable. He's the one that's going to make it to where your family is safe. He's the one that's going to make it to where you don't have to work if you don't want to work. Stop. Woman to woman. Stop.
And damn it, you can't deny he don't love her, so it ain't no question.
Exactly. So stop. It's now everybody knows that you're his. Stop.
When Really Flower was talking about the NFL, I was like, Travis taking her with him. I don't know what Really Flower talking about. he come in, hey, she gonna be right there.
but that's the thing. There's rules to where she can't. That's what I'm saying. It's not like that there. You know what I mean? Like, it actually can't happen that way. That's all I'm saying. And I like, that's what I'm saying. Like, she just girl, breathe, honey, breathe. Like, let this go.
Explain a little more. When you say
just stop talking, right? Stop welcoming people into your relationship. What's happening in your relationship is your relationship. Take it, treasure it, honor it, respect it, keep it between the two of you. The second it's like water, right? The second it starts to split a little bit and the water starts to get in, everything is going to be ruined. Protect it. You have that ring on your finger. It's a circle. Protect the circle that you have on your finger. It's between you and him. Stop talking to us. Leave us out of your business. Like, we're not.
But here's what I'll say. If you want us in your business, then you have to form that thick skin.
Well, if you want us in your business, then yeah.
If that is going to be part of maybe your platform, right? Because even as a spouse, you still want to have your thing going, whatever that is. And if you want to be a social media influencer or personality or whatever you want to call it, then okay, great. But understand what comes with that. That's kind of, remember when me, you, and Street was on here talking that time, and you came on and you were talking about the D pics, and I was like, well, Flawed, that come with the territory. I hate to say it. It's some weirdos out here, right? Like you if you're talking about football and a dude joint go up in the air that he want to send you a pic, and you ain't talking nothing crazy. You talking about downstairs hut, first downs, and blitz packages. And if that make his shorts look funny, there's some weirdos out here. But that you have to, as like I told you, that's going to come with the territory. That's just what it is. And so she has to understand, if that's what y'all agree upon as a couple, fine. But you can't react in this way, because then it becomes that snowball effect. You got to basically the water off a duck's back. Man, some dude going to say some crazy about your girlfriend, Trav. Boy, if I had her, boy, I'd lay her down. And you just got to let that go. That's part of it.
Can I give my advice? I didn't know y'all was gonna turn into Dr. Phil and fucking Alanya. Like, can I get my advice?
That's what we do.
What's her name? Alanya help people. What's her name? Dog, my advice is basically to hell with people, man. Fuck people. I mean, that's how I feel about it. Focus on the people in your circle that care about you, that you know care about you, and people outside your circle. To hell with them.
That's it.
I mean, I know it sounds harsh, but until you stood in their shoes, because I'm not nowhere near their shoes, you know what I'm saying? But I hear from people, you know what I'm saying? I have followers. Until you stood in those shoes, you probably wouldn't understand. But my advice to them would be like, hey, man, focus on the people that care, that support you, and to hell with people outside of that circle, because you see what it can become.
Right.
Yeah.
Once they get to the point where you could use it, once you get to the point where you could use that negative energy, then you done figured it out.
That's it. That's what I always say.
Now, once you get to the point where it's like, oh, they talking about us again, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I think she should have just turned up. I think she should have just got a stylist and just got fly. Every time you saw him, she twerking, she dancing. Like, I think she should have just turned up and let them go crazy. They'll get tired.
The other thing I want to say too, because I don't know how many people understand the getting drafted process. He's going to have to answer for this over and over and over and over. Every interview, every conversation, every trainer, every team, every GM, every head coach, every offensive coach, every defensive coach, every teammate, everything.
Yeah.
Like, so that's the foundation that's being set right now. That's the thing that I have the biggest. It's now impacting that business, right? It's now impacting. You have a relationship and you have business, and we're now mixing the two, and you're continuously impacting it by talking to us. Now, both of them, right? So it's like, let's. He won the Heisman. He came from an HBCU, went to Colorado, won the Heisman, did a great speech. He's a great football player. He's like, did Reggie Bush call him? Did he get to talk to Reggie Bush? Or him and Cam, like, how was the time taking that picture with Cam Newton? What was it like when you walked on the stage? Was that moment everything you thought it was going to be? Like, where's the PR team that's shifting us? Like,
we need Olivia Pope right now. Where's Olivia Pope?
No, he has a team, dog. Listen, when we tried to pitch something to Travis Hunter, we spoke to a young little white girl. He wasn't even in the room. He has a team. He has a team of people around him. I don't know how he ends up the night pleading the fifth with the Heisman Trophy in the back. When she heard, I'm hurt. With the Travis, move the trophy, Travis. Like, get the trophy out the screen, dog. Like, when she hurt, I'm hurt. We tired, man. I know. And the goddamn Heisman Trophy, you the Iron Man of college football, dog.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll just say this. There was a dude in the room with him. That dude should be like, pull the plug. Hey, Trey, hey, man, I'm going to kick the power switch. Here's what I'll just say. I'll just say this piece about it. To the whole fact of when you look at it and you say to yourself, because to your point, really about NFL, they are all about eliminating distractions.
Period.
Point blank. People may not want to believe that.
People don't understand the process.
That and the reason it's going to be brought because they want to know, is your mind on this or that? At the end of the day, yeah, they want you to have family. But for these 4 months of the year, I need you laser focused right here. That's just how it is. That's what I mean. They're paying a lot of money for a product, and that's what it is. I mean, when you just look at things in the NFL and the thing, or any major sport, right? Remember LeBron and his mom? What happened when she started acting up? What happened to his mom?
Disappeared.
She went bye-bye. Remember Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade when she used to be on the sideline? What happened to her?
Yeah, figure that out. Yeah, that's what.
Remember that Delonte West stuff with Bron? What happened to him?
He's still crazy.
Anything that's going to be a distraction. What happened to when Tom Brady's wife was talking about he can't catch them, throw it and catch it himself? Guess what?
That's it. That's the rule book.
That's the rule. Like you're not going to be a distraction because now that becomes the narrative of the program that overshadows all of the good things that happen because people love train wrecks. And so anything that's negative, they try to eliminate it as much as possible and mitigate those risks. And that's just sport. That's business 101, right? Nobody likes the negative Yelp review, right? Because it hurts business. It's bad for business. And everybody that stepped up and stood out and was talking, guess what happened?
Somebody in the comment section say Travis thanked his girlfriend before he thanked his mom. Who was taking stats? Like, who?
That's why you have to beat the news cycle. That's what his PR team is supposed to be doing. You beat it, right? You see what's supposed to be happening is his PR team during his speech is supposed to be on Twitter and TikTok and seeing what people are saying. And whatever they're saying, the next time Travis Hunter makes an appearance, he gives them something else to move them past that, because let's be real, people only have about a 30-second attention span. And if you give them another something that they can nibble on, they're going to take it. That's why I'm like, this is a fail. Where are the adults?
I just say these new kids, they don't always listen. Really, you want to be called Remy or you want to be called Flaw? We call you. What's your nickname?
Call me whatever you want.
Uh-oh.
Don't say that now. All right. All right. I got.
What does that comment say? The NFL doesn't care about his relationship.
I just want to say, I want to address Ashanti C always. So here's a perfect example, Travis, if you ever get to watch this.
I'm going to call you Candy.
Ashanti C always replies. There's always some bull crap, always something. But for some reason, I'm going to just say she. I'm assuming it's a she. Always comes back. Right? And every so often, I'll entertain this person like I'm about to do now. The NFL doesn't care about his relationship. You really think NFL players are all in great relationships? And there you right now, you missed the point. No, they're not. But once it becomes public, guess what happened? And I'm not trying to put the homie out there. What they did to Chad when that thing came out in Hard Knocks? What happened? Remember that incident he got in the chat? He got cut. He got cut. When you see stuff, when it's quiet, you're right. They don't care. But this is public. And that's what you don't seem to understand. So sometimes you got to entertain the trolls. You know what I mean?
I thought this. Listen, around this time every year, I got a homeboy who does process serving. He served people papers from court, right? Around this time, every year, the NFL reaches out to him and offers him $5,000 or $10,000 to follow a player that's in the draft. Every year. One year, it just happened to be Dalvin Cook, our little homie, and he told him. Every year, the NFL puts a private investigator on everybody going in the draft or something. So if you think they don't care about your personal life,
you're not paying attention.
Yeah,
they hire
a private investigator. So your girlfriend, a private investigator. They want to know where you partying. They want to know about your cousins. They want to know everything.
Yeah.
See, what y'all don't realize, these are major investments. What y'all don't realize that the NFL hires former FBI agents, former CI that has to retire at a certain age, come work for us. They're going to, if I'm going to give you $50 million, I better know everything that's going into it. Besides that, you could throw a 10-yard out. Yeah. That's what y'all don't understand. It ain't like high college coaching where we're going to give you a scholarship. No, when you talk about 50 guaranteed, I better know exactly where this cash going. And guess what? Sometimes they blow it. Sometimes they make bad decisions, as DeMarcus Russell, right? It happens. But they have professionals who we're talking about top players here, and they still got it with players within their organization.
I was just gonna say, it doesn't stop once you're on the.
Because here's what you have to understand for the people that don't truly get this: there is nothing that's going to happen to an NFL player that doesn't start with the team name.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Miami Dolphins wide receiver Darryl Streeter. Huh?
Miami Dolphins ain't do nothing. Miami Dolphins ain't had nothing to do with it.
Got nothing to do with it. Huh?
And they use the better. I feel like they use the better team first. Like whatever team can give you highlights. So they're like former Dallas Cowboys, and you're like, he hasn't played in Dallas in like 5 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Dallas get the headline.
So that's what I'm saying is they're going to always attack the shield. So the shield has to protect itself as much as it can, right? Now, when you former, you got to do what you do what you do. However, if you're active on that roster, what did it say? Kansas City Chiefs defensive lineman.
Always.
They don't even say his name.
They don't say his name.
Nope.
So listen. Now that we talk 40 minutes about the trash, right? Travis Hunter winning the Heisman. Do y'all think he deserved the Heisman? Flaw, did you think he deserved the Heisman?
I thought he did. Yeah, I thought he did. I think so. I think he was the choice the whole year, and he proved that every game, if that makes sense. Like, so when I look at the Heisman, I look at it differently. I don't wait for a person to pop to me the last 4, 5, 6 games of the season. I want to see who is going in where people are already kind of watching you, and then who separates themselves from the pack. Now, if Genty was in P4, I think you give it to him because I think that is hella impressive. But I think every game I watched Colorado play, Travis Hunter was always the best player on the field. And it wasn't even close. Like, it wasn't even close. But there's some games with Genty where I was like, He kind of had an off game, right? Off game for him. But then I'm looking at his competition and I'm like, to be honest with you, whatever. So yeah, I think they got it right. And let's be honest, just like we're talking about the NFL protecting their shield, you don't think that the NCAA is not protecting their Power 4 shield as well? It's the same. It's a business, people. It's a business.
Thank you for saying it. Thank you.
What about you, Hayes? You thought?
Yeah, I definitely think he deserved it. Right now, of course, I'm a Kane fan, but I'm gonna say this: I think if Cam Ward gets into the playoffs, I think it would have been a lot closer.
I do.
I definitely believe that. I believe if Cam Ward, if we would have went going 12-0, I think he gets it.
That's a different story.
Even with those same numbers, the same exact numbers he did, whatever. But I believe Travis Hunter clearly won it. You know, and it's not even about, see, a lot of people think it's because of the amount of snaps. No, I'm looking at what he did.
I'm looking at what field.
I'm looking at what he did. I mean, think about it. They don't win some of those games without him.
Literally.
Yeah, like literally. So to that point, I mean, he's snatching the ball off of top people's head. He's doing that both ways. He is, and granted, now I got to give Shador his credit. Shador's throwing him the ball, so he's got a good quarterback, or you call him great quarterback, delivering the rock. But they all want picture perfect passes. He making plays on them. And then on the defensive side, he out there riverboat gambling. That UCF interception, bro, the dude covered like 3 routes. It's a whole spacing concept. It's a corner or out in the little out from the back, and he jumps that for the touchdown. I mean, for the interception, excuse me. So to Travis Hunter, man, and I got to give Prime his credit. He put him in position to be successful, regardless of what people thought or said or whatever.
He did. I talked to Warren Sapp the other day, right? And I talked to Sapp, and I asked Sapp about it. And I said, Sapp, how good is Travis Hunter? He said, Street, I done played with Randy Moss. And he started naming all these great names, bro. He started naming all these great names. He said, Street, I ain't never seen nothing like this. He said it was a pleasure watching this young man play football. Sapp ain't the type of person to give a lot of people credit. He judges everything from Yellow Jacket down. You can ask Sapp about somebody that was really good in the NFL, and he like, what, Street? Like, he ain't Hall of Famer. And then you got to deal with that on the conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, he ain't on my level. Sapp said he have never seen somebody defend a go route and then come in on the next play and run a dig for a touchdown. He said, I've never seen nothing like this before.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's phenomenal, bro. Like I said, and what really helped him, even though I know he had a little injury, but it didn't hinder him, right? And that was good for him this year. That was good for him that he didn't go through a major injury. You know what I mean? And like I said, bro.
But he also said he only practiced. Most of his week is recovering his body. He don't practice much. He on that Dion primetime schedule. So he don't practice much. But most of the week is recovering his body, and it worked. It made him through the season. It got him through the season.
Here's what I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro.
No. I guess too, the other thing is too that's phenomenal about Travis Hunter is, and this is for people that have been watching football longer than 2 years, 3 years, is you saw him, you saw the impact of him on the field, and you also saw the impact of him not on the field. You actually could see it when the games were on, and not a lot of players that aren't a quarterback have that same type of feeling, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? And it's like, there's a huge difference between somebody that's just like, oh, he's out for a couple of plays, other than being, or like when they lost to Kansas State, like you could tell he wasn't out there because it impacted the way Shador played quarterback. It also impacted the way Kansas City played defense. When you change the way a team plays defense and offense, you are special. That is the definition of special. You are making people change the way that they play the game on both sides of the ball. That's special. That's just special.
Yeah, just real quick, Jeffrey Bell, I just want to say this to you. He just said, Coach H, riddle me this, bro. How he wins the best wide receiver award when there's a wide receiver who had more receptions, more yards, more touchdowns. No hating, just wondering. I will say this. If you clearly look at stats, I get where you're coming from. But all of this is subjective, dog. Right? And the sad part about it is their vote, right?
It's their
and
vote,
that's and unfortunately that's what it is, right? It does become a popularity contest. Most people, probably let's just say 90% of the people out of the 476 listening right now don't know that T-Mac from Arizona is the number 1 wide receiver in the country. Why? Because they were like 4 and 8. That's why. So you have to remember it's a popularity contest. If they were 10 and 2, they would know he's the top dude because more people will be watching the games. And so, not to bust a bubble here, if you're just wondering, it's like the prom king and queen, dog. It's popularity contest. So I just want to put that out there, man.
San Jose State has a wide receiver with 104 receptions, 1,382 yards, and 16 touchdowns.
Nick Marsh.
I'm like a one-man army out there, man. Bro.
And nobody knows that. How many people know that? Nobody won't give him credit either, Street. You know the first thing they say? Well, who he playing?
Harold Fannin, a tight end, has 100 catches, 1,300 yards, and 9 touchdowns for Bowling Green. Nobody wants to give San Jose State or Bowling Green anything anyway. When y'all start wanting to get him awards?
They don't.
Because
They don't want to.
As soon as he win the awards, then they gonna say he ain't playing against nobody.
You play nobody.
Let's be honest. The people that don't want Travis to win are going to hate on Travis regardless. They don't know anything about Genty. They just learned how to say his name, quite frankly. But that's just what that goes back to what we were talking about at the beginning of the show. People just want to whine and complain and feel validated on their opinion. Doesn't matter. Their opinion absolutely makes no sense. It's just they want to feel like their opinion means something in the grand scheme of things. It's like, how many games did y'all watch him play? Honestly. Like, you can't look at stats and say that that's the thing. You have to watch the games. Like, how many people watch Genty play all his 12 games? Like, come on. Like, almost nobody. So stop. Like, you were defending a guy you haven't even watched play, and you're watching Travis Hunter play so that you can hate on Coach Prime. So, like, like, come on, people. It's like, be serious.
Like the basement, right? The basement says Nash had 180 targets and caught 105. Travis had 155. But I guarantee Nash didn't have Shedeur Sanders, bro.
Right. Or like, watch the games.
But that's where it makes it subjective. Like, that's the difference. So that's why I say, I mean, we could beat that horse to
the basement, boy. Where you got that stat from, boy? You dug in the crate for that motherfucker, boy. Like,
I know.
Travis up on one of these motherfuckers.
Boy, like, yeah. Houdini. Yeah, that boy looking through Houdini, Curtis Blow. Got it.
But that's impressive, boy. You can find a stat with somebody winning something.
I always tell people stats, parlays, fantasy football, video games, and highlights of games. Those 5 things are ruining sports because no one's actually watching anymore. We all have an opinion, and then we go search for a piece of data that's going to validate that one opinion we have with not watching a single game. It's like, even like, I've never watched him, but I saw a highlight. What?
Yeah. Let me tell you something. To people that think most athletes can play both ways in college football, it's not true. I asked Najee Davenport, has he ever played with anybody he thought could play both ways? And he named one person. And he played with some bad mofos. Mm. So for people who think that that any athlete can play both ways, is somebody who never walked around a field during a college football game. You just been sitting home watching it from the comfort of your chair because those games are long. Mm-hmm. And in Miami, it's hot. When I asked Najee, he said Phillip Buchanan. That was it. He said Phillip Buchanan never looked like he was tired. He didn't name anybody else. He didn't say Andre Johnson. He didn't say Edgerrin James. He didn't say he said one person.
I agree with that. I got a name. I have a name. But it's also, too, let's look at body types, too, right? He ain't carrying around 215 pounds either. Travis Hunter's not in that sense. I have a name, though. You know who it is?
Who?
I think Antonio Brown could have definitely done it. And he played quarterback for me, like, at New Orleans.
Oh, interesting.
See, Hayes done coached a lot of kids, right? Like, He didn't say Duke Johnson. He came up with one name.
Right. And here's what I'll say. And the reason I'm thinking of it is because of the stamina piece, not because that I'm looking at it from the stamina standpoint, not the ability. Like Duke Johnson, he was my freshman. Duke was the freshman MVP. I mean, not freshman. He was the defensive MVP as a freshman. I had it as at DB before he even started at running back. I had him at DB. So what I'm saying, but he did play both ways for it. But one thing I knew about Antonio Brown, I ain't never seen that dude tired. Never. When I say in love with football, like now what he do on the concrete, way different than what he do on the gridiron. But when I say never tired, I've seen this dude run 90 yards, come right back, run it 90 yards again. Hey, Cole, what's the next play? And then, wait a minute, be on kickoff return, and punt return. He the quarterback on punt return, kickoff return. So, yeah, I don't think it's a lot of players, but I do think there are a handful of guys, definitely.
Yeah,
dudes they tripping in the comment section, dog.
So I'm.
You say who's the chick?
No, look like Street Foot.
Hold on, what's that? Hold up, what's the avatar? The SOTD. What is that? What is that? What is the picture? Oh, I thought it was a pair of.
It looks like a heart. Is that what it is?
What is it?
When I glanced at it, it didn't look like a heart. I thought it was the ball.
It looked like a heart to me. It looked like a...
Yeah, it looks like a heart that's about to be operated on.
That boy said, really close to my girl. I saw her first.
I saw her first.
That's old sticky socks right there, boy. Last time he was here. But anyway.
So the other thing is too.
Nobody criticized you, though. Stop being emotional in the comment section. We were giving you, we were giving you credit for finding.
We're actually giving you credit.
Yeah.
It's like,
go to the corner, basement.
That's exactly the whole point.
Go to the corner, acting like Travis Hunter.
So can I say this to y'all? Can I say this to y'all? That right there, basement, I'm gonna say this. That's a subjective reaction. Mm-hmm. You thought we were saying this, and we really weren't. The same way stats don't really say everything. That's how you interpret the stat. So that's why I say stats are numbers. They do matter, but it's what you're asking the stats. I've always said it. Numbers can say whatever you want them to say, but it depends on the question you're asking. I'm gonna give y'all a little known secret. Y'all don't know this about me. On the street, I never told you this. I got the fastest 40 time in the state of Florida.
For the first 1 second?
You just leave it there?
For the first 10 centimeters. My get off is ridiculous, dog. My get off is ridiculous, dog. I'm just playing with y'all. I'm just saying, basement, it's all love. I seen you here before. It's all good gravy. But I'm just saying, one thing about stats, especially in football, because there's so many moving parts, you know what I mean? It's all subjective. It takes other people to make those stats happen, especially at receiver, especially at DB. You know what I mean? Like you look at a guy with 12 interceptions. Oh my God, he's great. But then you look at a guy like Travis Hunter with maybe 4. But then how many targets does he have versus how many targets did the other guy have? You see what I'm saying?
Context,
like it's always
context matters.
Context matters.
Context matters.
You think you see more players play both ways now? You think coaches give it a shot?
I personally don't think so, but I would be willing to hear somebody disagree with me.
I don't personally think so. I think maybe at the lower levels, or maybe due to something like, again, the young man at Utah, Vitaly, I can't remember his name, Polynesian young man. He played a lot both ways. Now, he did not play 100% both ways, but he played safety and running back, and he's in the league. But he didn't even get that love prior to. I'm not trying to make that comparison, but we're saying that there are some players that do it. Have they done it 100% on both sides of the ball? No, by no stretch of the imagination.
Yeah. So the other thing I know that we wanted to talk about is that's so funny you put that, is Michael Vick. So funny. I just saw that. So how do we feel about, he hasn't gotten the job, right? He's interviewing for the job, and it's high likely he's going to get the job, and he's already made his ask about salary and the collective. Is that right? Like, where are we at? Because I feel like sometimes you go live and they're like, he's now hired. He's the next coach. Does Michael Vick have the job yet? Or what's the school?
Shout out to Off Script, man, Scotty. I actually saw his tweet, man. Scotty from Off Script. He covers a lot of HBCU content. And so, again, this is another guy I didn't even know was interested in the coaching. Michael Vick apparently interviewed at Norfolk State. Ugh, that's the rival of Hampton. Norfolk State, behold the green and gold. Mother F the green and gold. I'm sorry, going back. But anyway, I'm sorry. It triggers me. But anyway, so he interviews at Norfolk State apparently, and he is Sacramento State has now reached out to throw their name in the hat.
Okay.
In that sense. So I don't know where they are at this stage in that sense, but that's where it is right there.
So he's getting interviews. I guess that's the most important thing. He's getting the interviews and people are showing lots of interest.
Yeah, but I think they're trying to close a deal relatively shortly here. Norfolk State was in the running. Sacramento State comes in and they try to sweeten the pot a little bit, Street. And Flaw, they said that they got $50 million for NIL deals. They got facilities and all this stuff. So
I know that's right. You love
what is the lure of Vic? Why do you think Vic has become a hot coaching commodity?
I have no idea.
What's going on, eh?
I'll say this. You know, I'm biased to my HBCUs. I would love to see him go to Norfolk State. He's from Virginia, from Newport News, Virginia. Shout out to Bad News. That's what they call Newport News, Bad News. But he's from there. I think he went to Warwick High School. Actually did my student teaching at Warwick High School. But anyhow, I know I'm full of useless information. But however, I think that's big for that area, for that Virginia Roads area, all of that area. Again, he can get Missy Elliott and Timberland and the Clips to come out because they from Virginia Beach. Pharrell.
It's worth it. Let me work it. But my game not to say.
It's your fucking if it ain't no touchdown. It's your fucking if it ain't no touchdown. I'm just saying.
Street, where did you go? What's
Angel, 5 minutes. Angel, you got 5 minutes. Angel, 5 minutes. Top right corner.
Wow,
Vic got that dog in him.
So I'm gonna be honest. I haven't seen him coach anything. So
No.
I don't know.
No.
I mean, listen, give him the job. Sure. Why not? Give him the job. And he might be the best thing walking. Who knows? Like, what do you have to lose? Like, what do you have to lose at this point?
Well, Sacramento State said they want to surround them with talent, you know, and I don't know if I want to say it like this, maybe just part of the coaching fraternity piece, but it's almost like we're going to let you be. It's almost like the Joe Paterno in the Bobby Bowden days.
Oh,
at the end of the day.
Paterno. Yikes.
Yeah, but see how that one bad incident erases all the stuff you've done. Everybody loves the same, but I feel like when my man was on what you call it, and he said Jay-Z and Charles Barkley, like, hey, no, not it's too soon.
Yeah.
No, but I was just saying, like, they actually became figureheads for the teams when Jimbo came in as the coach in waiting and so forth. Like Bobby Bowden out there with his glass on and the little card, and he speaks to the media, but he did put his work in. I think they're trying to follow this format of let me get the big name, the splashy name, the fiery name to bring people in, but we're going to get all these other 10 coaches to do the hard work of the coaching, of hard work. But Mike Vick is the shake hand, kiss baby face, guys, the political part, go out to donors, raise money. But in essence, you're bringing in, your coordinators are really kind of head coaching that thing when it comes to football.
Yeah. Who, can I ask an ignorant question? What conference are they in?
Well, they're going to the FCS. They just said Sacramento will be moving, I want to say next year or the year after, to the FCS. I believe that's what I read correctly.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know what conference that is. Sun Valley State or Sun Valley Conference.
Something like that. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know, but it's kind of like the Ray Lewis thing. When everybody at Miami talking about, we need to get Ray Lewis. I've never heard, I've never seen, I've never read, I've never seen a tweet that Ray Lewis ever said he wanted to coach.
Right. I didn't know Michael Vick did either, though. Did you?
No.
Yeah, like I feel like out of nowhere, they were like, Michael Vick is going to get, and I'm like, oh.
Ray Lewis done got thrown in the FIU. He got thrown in the FIU coaching thing too.
Yeah. Ray Lewis expected to take the FAU job, huh?
Like, does Ray Lewis know that?
Did
y'all contact his team?
And he had the golf course like, say what?
Oh, they trying to give me money?
Yeah, like, how much are they paying? What's the job? Where's it located? Where is Ray Lewis, by the way? Like, what is he even doing?
What time I got to show up?
That's what I said. Listen, if Michael Vick wants the job, I hope Michael Vick gets the job. And great. I hope that all the things, and you know what? I'll be watching his games too. So if he wants it, if he likes it, I love it. Go ahead and give him that job. The other thing that was happening is I just forgot the Florida State titles and all of those things happened this weekend down in Florida. So
Florida. Yeah. I'm sorry. I got
this I was just gonna say, this is you all's time to shine because someone's winning in Florida, just so happens to be in high school. Okay, so how are we feeling?
Come on, dog. Come on, hey.
Come on
I
now,
had
dog.
to.
Come on, man.
You ain't had to do it like that. She had to do it like that.
The Texas
What she did?
Championship
I
game,
ain't
how it
see it. What
happened.
she did?
You know what she did? She said, we talking about high school, talking about we got to give it to the high school. At least somebody winning in Florida.
So tell me I was lying. Tell me I was lying. Tell
The
me
truth-
there's another Florida school in the championship.
The truth hurts.
So what are you all feeling? How do you feel about it? Did your teams win? And
We're gonna segue with this. This is hilarious, though.
All right, what am I doing? Okay, adding to the screen. All right, hold on. I got an extra body on the board. So let me find out what
I'm
I'm
in
doing.
timeout. Put me in the transfer portal. Put me in the portal.
All right, go ahead.
First and foremost, I want to say I'm proud of the Reigns Vikings and all the players. I'm proud of y'all. Y'all made it to state championship. Y'all did y'all thing. Don't trip off last night. Don't trip off last night. They wasn't as good as they act like they. I'm lying. They was as good as them motherfuckers was good as shit. Shit, them niggas good, man. Yeah, man, I gotta figure some shit out. Last night taught me a lot. Like I knew them. Like I knew they was good, but I had forgot. Them niggas on Miami on a different level, bro. I came in front, like, but we needed to see that. We really needed to see that, cause, and you know what I learned? Like, it's not just them. Like them niggas wasn't just. It wasn't just that they was good. Them niggas was playing mind games on our boys, man. Like them niggas was trying to make them niggas get mad, and they did get them niggas mad, and they did fight. They fought most of the third quarter, but regardless of that, man, it was this one play I saw. I was like, yeah, them niggas playing mind games. Niggas. Pass to the field! Pass to the field! Yes! Let's go! Fuck wrong with him? First down. Get out of his face! Man, get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here! Oh, they playing games. And they was doing that the whole goddamn game. Flopping for no goddamn.
Hey, if y'all couldn't see it, the boy from Northwestern just flopped on the ground like the dude Jacksonville like pushed me, just flopped and fell on the ground. Before the game happened, Lil Duval standing there, Jacksonville coming out. I looked at Lil Duval. I said, boy, y'all done drove a long way for this ass. It's good to have you here, big dog, but y'all drove a long way for what's about to happen to y'all. And they commenced to the tune of what, 41 zip? They beat them?
41 donut, man. Matter of fact, I work with two people. No, oh yeah, my homeboy, he went to Reigns that I worked with real close. He went to Reigns, so I had to give him the business. But I mean, Reigns usually have a good program. They really do have a good program.
They were undefeated. They were good.
They just
to
were overmatched.
me, like it was a very physical game to me. To me, it just looked like they went. A lot of times, those teams from up north go through their season trying to win their city. So their schedule's set up with people they could beat. They want to win their district. It may be 1 or 2 games on there where they got to fight a lot of times, and they win a city. And then you get to a Northwestern who done tried to schedule everybody who was anybody. Venice, they got to play Central. And they've played these battle-tested games, and you can see the difference in the speed of the teams and the physicality of the teams.
Yeah.
And it's only because Jacksonville hasn't had to play at that level. You know what I'm saying? At any time this year, to be you know what I'm saying? To be frank, I mean, Northwestern's teams down here will sacrifice a loss or two in the regular season to peak.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Mm-hmm. And I'll say this: as I moved to Orlando, they only have 20 high schools in Orange County. 20, well, maybe 21. Now they just built one. So the surrounding Seminole County, Lake County, they may have like Seminole County. They may have, of course, Seminoles, Sanford Seminoles might be the dominant in that county, maybe one or two schools.
Mhm.
In Lake County, of course, there's the Dreadnoughts, Lakeland, right? But you don't see any other schools really kind of coming. Like, that's the school. You know, if you go look at Lake County, that, you know, Lake Mineola or one of those schools up there might be one. So Jacksonville is kind of in that same boat. Around them is a smaller town. But if you think about Miami, it's 45 minutes just to get out of major city, just to get to West Palm. It's 45 minutes to an hour, depending on where you, and maybe an hour and a half if you're down on exit 1 in Homestead, just to get out of a metropolitan area. It's states you can go through in less than an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
So you think about how condensed that is of talent over and over and over and over. You know what I mean? So that's just to your point.
Do y'all have like 1A, 2A, 6A, 5A?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's so confusing. Like, it's like
Yeah,
they
it's-
switch every year. Then you're like, all right, man, how many kids in the school? I'm confused.
Now they got Metro, they got 1A Metro, 1A Rural,
Oh.
1A. Yeah, what they're trying to do is really everybody get a trophy. That's really what they're doing.
Gosh. Well,
So
yeah.
they're trying to spread it out where it's like 12 state champions now.
Got it. Okay. Okay.
So there's a 1A, like there's a 5A Metro and then a 5A Rural.
Interesting. And I get
Yeah.
okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
But they're not building new city, like new schools, are they?
Yeah,
Or
because
okay.
the
So
population
they're
is
building a
growing.
new school and then okay. Okay.
So it's a little bit like that. But shout out to American Heritage over them Orlando Jones Tigers off in there. Shout out to Draylon Coleman in the
And that
building.
was the best game this season. No, you know what was impressive before we get up? That stadium was almost packed at one point in time. That's how many people Reigns brought there. You know Northwestern gonna bring out the city, but Reigns brought busloads of people too.
Yeah.
Then it started getting out of hand, it started raining, and then it was just like, this ain't worth it. American Heritage Jones game was probably the best game of the weekend.
Oh, did Venice win?
Venice won.
Who they play? Who did Venice play?
They beat Lake Mary.
Lake Mary. Okay, Lake Mary's in Orlando. Shout out to Lake
Were there
Mary.
any upsets?
The Lakeland St. Thomas game was weird because Lakeland had beat Central. Lakeland had beat Booker T.
Mm.
And this wasn't one of St. Thomas' stronger teams. And Lakeland still trying to score a point. They came out here and didn't score a point.
Oh,
Wow.
So I wouldn't say it was an upset, but the history of Lakeland and St. Thomas favors Lakeland.
Oh, okay. So
Like-
it just was kind of surprising that they couldn't score.
They beat them in that fashion. Like,
Mm.
Can I
they
tell you
didn't
the
score
best,
34-0.
Can I tell you the second best high school football game I've ever seen? The first was our state championship when we played Orlando Edgewater because it was a barn burner. But Lakeland, St. Thomas, Chris Rainey, the
Yeah.
Pouncey twins, Ahmad Black, Major Wright. They had players everywhere, man. And I think there was like 7 overtimes down there at the Hard Rock.
Oh, that's fun.
Mm-hmm. Lakeland used to
God,
own
it was
St.
a great
Thomas.
game. That was a great, when I say a great game, I don't work for Dade County anymore. I told the principal, my stomach hurt, I gotta go. I would go straight to the stadium and went to watch the game.
Is there like one central stadium they all play? Like they'll play a game, and then the next team will come in and play, and then the next team will come in and play?
It changes every year, though. It's all
I
over
hate
the
you brought that up, Floyd. Oh,
Is it?
It changes every year.
Okay.
I'm pissed, dog. I'm pissed.
It seemed like other states just find the NFL stadium, had a state championship game there. Why we can't?
Bro. I tried to let it go, but really Flaw is really good at
Do
her
y'all
job.
have a
but she didn't
place
let it
that? Is there a place that is enclosed that they can play?
No. Okay, let me explain this. We have played state championships all over the state.
Mhm.
We played ours in Tallahassee at Florida State. They just played at FIU in Miami. They played here in the Citrus Bowl. They even played where Bethune-Cookman play in Daytona Municipal Stadium.
Interesting.
When I say it's terrible, the way they treat these kids, the way that, why can't you do it in Orlando? It's a central location, at the Citrus Bowl and just call it what it is. It's turf. You ain't gonna eat up the stadium, even if you did in Miami. But we're the only state that has such great football, and these kids' state championship experience is awful, bro. I say it is. When I say awful, it is an awful experience for these kids, man. It's great for the moment, but I'm talking about the experience.
Something to that game being down here and all of South Florida sweeping them teams.
No, I just think they were better than them. I think wherever they
nobody plays in FIU Stadium. It's not like that feels like a home field for anybody.
Yeah. Oh, they don't play there anymore? They don't use that anymore?
No, I'm just saying none of the high schools really play there. It's not like they can say, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's foreign to them
all the time. Okay. All right. So I didn't know they changed. But I just think that as the state of
the
Florida,
experience could be better. Yeah. Because here, like in Texas, they make it a thing. You know, it's like you get to go play at Dallas Stadium. Like you get to go play with a Dallas Cowboys play. Like that's the goal. You know, it's like to go there.
If I'm not wrong, the Louisiana go to the Superdome. I don't know if it's the Superdome anymore. Georgia, they go to Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Like it's huge. We play. No, not the FIU. But come on, man. Ren 1010 Stadium, man. That thing made out of aluminum.
In Louisiana, I got a guy that collab with me. They were in the Saint Stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in the Saint Stadium.
Well, and that's also the perk of making it, right? Is you kind of get treated very, very, very special. You get all the bells and whistles, and you get all, the bus ride there, and you just get all the. I mean, people, if a school makes it that doesn't have the money here, they'll get fundraising that will allow them the good experience, because obviously not every school has the same budget. I got it, but you still get the experience. At the end of the day, it's like, hey, this is how much it costs to be there because we need the buses, we need the this, we need the this, we need our band, so they do it up for those kids. It's really sad that they don't do that for the kids, because that's all this is about, is the kids' experience.
The experience.
That's
it's
it.
The experience, like the kid, like I just think it's so. I don't know, man. I just hate the way and every year is different.
Yeah,
you don't know where it's going to be. You don't know what you're like. And I just think it's bad, man.
That video up there, Hayes.
What you got?
This is. I got a guy that collabs with me from New Orleans, and this is Etna Carr, like the famous New Orleans school. And this is the star player running out at the stadium, Saint Stadium, and the coach hugs him for the last time and say, "Let's finish strong. We go as you go." And I just thought it was a cool video, dog. But look how cool it looked to be playing in that stadium.
One more time, dog. Love you, proud of you. Finish strong. Finish strong. We going as you go, 7. We go as you go.
Come on, baby. I got chill bumps watching you.
Yeah, no, that's nice.
Look at that, dog.
That's
we going as you go. Say when they finish strong is his last game. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at
look at that stadium. Look at all those lights.
All right, one more time, dog. Love you, proud of you. Finish strong.
They get to be in the NFL.
We going as you go, 7. We going as you go.
Like, yeah, bro. I just feel like
finish, dog. That's how it should finish, dog.
Yeah.
I just feel like when it comes to that, every kid ain't going to college to play ball. Some of those, that'd be the last time they ever put a helmet on. But I did it. That's your thing. You bust your butt. You put it together. And I think the state of Florida, right? And this is what we talk about. These former players, these athletes got to come back and hold the FHSA to the fire. But yet they want to give you a hard time for being on the sideline. Like that's my point. It's like
Sony Michelle in the stands, fool. So Sony Michelle and a couple other American Heritage NFL players, they couldn't be on the sideline. Had them sitting in the stands, fool.
Why can't they be on the sideline?
Somehow some of them snuck. They got down there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that doesn't even make sense. These kids are the ones who played in this game. Like these kids have huge platforms. Like I don't even understand. I don't understand the logic to that, dog.
Yeah,
I bet there isn't any logic to it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like I think they're. Sometimes I think these adults get in these situations and they're like, how can we make it as complicated as possible? Let's be real. A lot of these people have never played a sport a day in their life. They have no idea what the excitement is, what the hype is all about, because they've never even played. So you have people making decisions that have zero experience with this.
Bro, even this, I'm sorry. I'm getting upset. Pissing me off. No, because I was going to say this. Street, do you have the clip of Teddy Bridgewater getting a trophy?
Yeah.
Even really flawed. Before I say anything, I want you to just watch this. Because I remember our experience. It was like, as a kid, they're kids, so I get that part. But to us, it's like,
Wait up.
is this it?
No, I'm gonna find it for you.
Oh, so I was just saying, it's like they don't. It's almost like we're giving you this, but we're gonna try to make it as cheap as possible.
Yeah.
You know, it's your Sweet 16, but we're gonna hold it in the backyard. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like you know.
But who's on the board of that? Like, who's allowing that? What are the colleges and universities doing about it? Because they also get a say.
They don't care. No, they don't care.
They don't. Oh, so it's just different there then.
Look at this. This looks so bland, though.
What you think? So what you saying about it? Hey, what should it be? It's a few more here.
It's just bland. It's just like you just want to hear. Like, here you go. Hey, congratulations, go by.
Yeah, who is that guy? Who is that guy?
That's Damian Jones.
Yeah, that's the dude that's over the doggone FHSAA.
Okay.
See, here go the trophy. Here you go, coach. Bye. No speech saying, Coach, congratulations, man, from the FHSAA to you. Like nothing. No fanfare. Just here you go, coach.
Yeah.
No,
do y'all have a Florida like high school coaches association or anything like that?
No, not like Texas.
Okay.
Texas is ridiculous. Y'all off the chain. Y'all had a blueprint when it comes to high school coaching, man.
Well, that's why I'm saying, like, I've never understood a world that we live in when you see somebody else doing it the way that you would like to do it. Take some of the ideas. Like, why are we not like balance the scales a little bit? Because here, the thing about Texas is the colleges care about the high school coaches. Like the college coaches have a lot of say in what the high schools do because they consider it as like a working relationship. Mm-hmm. That's why when a kid actually leaves Texas and goes to another state, people are kind of like, all the work, you know what I mean? Like, we're putting all this work to keep you here, which obviously it's not, you're not going to keep everybody ever. But I think the lack of planning is kind of concerning because what are they doing? Why don't they come together and make it a thing?
Explain to us, how does the colleges have say so with the high schools? Like, how does that work?
So there is a Texas high school football coach association. Mm-hmm. And what happens is the association is basically responsible for building relationships with the colleges and universities, making sure that you kind of understand what's happening at the different schools. It's an ally, it's a partnership. Obviously, it helps the colleges because if they want to talk to such and such athlete at North Shore, they'll just call the coach that's associated because he's a part of the membership. And I can get access to the kid at North Shore probably before the coach in Florida can get access to the coach at North Shore because I'm in a community.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah, and so that's why, like, and they do things together. Like Coach Sark might welcome in the coaches associations into the University of Texas to show their facilities, to show their stuff. Why? So when they leave, they go back to their schools and guess what they do? We just went to the University of Texas and guess what we saw, right? So it's like the coaches go speak at each other's like conventions. They'll like, it's like, it's a whole thing. It's like a member. So that's why, that's why when you hear Texas, like if people say like, oh, we can't believe he left the state of Texas, it's because there's an effort to keep them in the state of Texas. And also like, now again, this is big money people problems. That's also why you see a lot of real battles with some of these like universities because everybody has kind of the same contacts, right? So everyone's kind of trying to play in the same pool for the same goal, but we want your kid to come to our school. We don't want you to go to that school. So screw that school, come to our school. So it's still competitive, but the end goal is to give the high school students a great football experience. I mean, I'm sure you've seen the stadiums and all the stuff. That's just a part of it. But it starts with their association of what are we going to do this year? How are we going to do this?
Yeah, I'll just say this about it. When you go to the AFCA conference in January, it's always on the national championship weekend. The Texas High School Association rents out the ballroom. And let me just say, it's a lot of cane juice flowing. A lot of cane juice flowing. And I'm going to tell you how powerful they are. I remember going one time, and Lane Kiffin was supposed to get the Houston job. And the Coaches Association came in and said, if he gets the coaching job at Houston, we're not sending no more kids to Houston. And Lane Kiffin does not have Houston on his resume.
Damn.
And that's why too, yeah.
Really, does SMU fall become one of the
all Texas schools, because the goal. So Texas, like, there's a lot of things the state does not do right, but the one thing to do right is their football. And they've realized that if we bring everybody together as a coalition and we make everybody feel like they're a part of this coalition, and any coalition, right, there's going to be heads of the coalition. Somebody's going to donate more money than other teams, blah, blah, blah. Cool. But we're all speaking the same language, and we're all here to make Texas high school football pop. That's the goal. And so
it is. So we could pick
right.
From, damn it, that just makes sense, don't it? Like,
yeah, and then the other part of this where it gets a little bit deeper, I don't think I'm saying anything that, like, whatever, is then also recruiting, right? You want the coach that's a part of the Texas Association. Why? Because that guy talks to everybody. He's in everybody. So I always tell people the jobs to get in Texas football are different than other states, because you want to be in this association and maybe a leader or a recruiter or like somebody in this, because you see the most. And so when you go get your next job, everybody wants you because you know everybody. Like, you're the contact, like you're the guy. And that's how you build it and grow it and develop it. And so that's why when somebody at another school, the University of Miami, is able to get a Texas coach that came from the Texas High School Coaching Commission, they might get a good funnel to Miami because they have the funnel based on the relationships they built. Now, Texas, the state's going to work really hard to never have that happen, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Money talks.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
No, I was just saying that, but to that point where you're talking about those guys coming in and out in Texas, they do a good job protecting like their own. And I remember a Texas recruiter came in my office one day, and I'm thinking he's looking for a junior. So I'm telling me, like, nah, coach. And this is years back. He's like, nah, coach, we already recruited up. I'm just looking at some ninth graders maybe that I could take a look at. Ninth graders, bruh, what are you talking about? Like, so at that time they recruited Texas heavy, Oklahoma for some linemen, that kind of stuff. But at that time it was regional recruiting. And so that's just kind of where it stood. Now it's a little broader with the internet and all of that. So you're starting to see more outside kids coming in. But Texas primarily recruited Texas, and maybe right on the outskirts, maybe some Georgia, something like Arkansas, whatever. But for the most part, I would say maybe 90% of their team were Texas kids. And that's just what it was. And that's all of them: Texas Tech, Texas A&M, so forth and so on.
Yeah.
So
go ahead, Street. No, I was just going to say, so yeah, SMU is a part of that. They will get the same love, respect, attention. Have $100 million
facility.
Their endowment, I don't know this for a fact, I can Google this. They probably have one of the highest endowments. SMU is a very rich school.
Wow.
It's crazy. Like, they have one of the high, it's crazy.
Wow. And look how they started off. So I remember one time I was in Texas doing something I ain't had no business doing, right? And we were driving to San Antonio. I was with a friend. She was driving me to San Antonio. And this is how I remember it. I just remember us driving past Texas University. And my first thought was, stop. I want to see the stadium. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I realized the stadium was right there. It was almost like you was on the street, and if you pull off, you could see the stadium. We stopped, and I got out the car, and I walked past the statue, and I looked, and it was like you were looking down at the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Dog, you know the first thing went through my mind, Hayes? I don't know why. It was evident to me that Dade County was we were the bottom of the barrel when it comes to football. facilities, and resources. That's the first thing I saw,
What
and I
year
don't
was
know
that? What year was that? What year was that happened?
Oh boy, don't make me lie. This had to be like 2000 and
Yeah. No, I'm just saying. So me too.
It was the early 2000s.
Bro, I remember when I started coaching and hearing these coaching stories from Texas.
One second, dog. Looking at Texas Stadium, and I'm talking about everything, Hard Rock. Like, it made me realize the first thought came to my mind was, oh, we're behind. And I didn't even realize it. like that was the first thought came to my mind. Cause dog, it was so beautiful, dog. Like it looked like our NFL stadium from where I was standing. And I'm thinking about our high school sharing a stadium. Our high school share a stadium. I was like, oh, we the crackheads of this football
and producing the most, bro.
I didn't realize the whole share stadium thing. That's so wild to me. When people, I was like,
Northwestern and Central, it's all playing in the same stadium.
Yeah, I was like, why did y'all have to share a stadium? I don't understand.
Well, you could be
because they don't have their own.
Yeah, you could be a home team this week and visitor next week. Same stadium.
Crazy to me. That's great. And so the funny thing about us is we have large stadiums for large games, but everybody has their own stadium. You only play at those, for good reason. I mean, look up South Lake Carroll. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, but again, that's why when kids leave Texas, I respect them because they saw something they really loved and they wanted to get out of here and go see something different. But you also have to realize that those kids have seen this stuff for so long. It to them, what we have here is a way of life. This is just what it is. If you drove by Texas Stadium right now, you would be like, this is the same stadium.
Oh, it shot me right in the face, bro.
Yeah, but I'll say this, man. You, like you said, you talk to them coaches at them conventions. You got Ross Perot. He putting 50 million into a high school and this, that, and other. I mean, I'm just talking about the kind of people you have. But here's where I'm gonna get a little controversial with y'all Texas folks. Let me sit up in my seat. Let me sit up. Put your glasses back on. What we consider negative street, and I believe it is negative. Don't get me wrong with the stadium, the financing, the funding, all of that. It also builds character.
Here we go.
I'm gonna tell you why I say that. One thing about college kids, Texas high school guys, and most people are not going to agree with me, but if you watch it, if you look at the recruits, most of them have maxed out. What you see in high school at their senior year is what you're kind of going to get in college with a little bit of oomph. Why? Because they have all of the amenity. They have the great weight room. They have the nutrition bar in high school. They have this. They don't have baby fat. They don't eat, as we call them, tater chips and hot sausages, right? So they max out. So what you see primarily out of Texas kids coming up, why do you think the cat from Duncanville look the way he do? And they got all these cats. They have, I'm just saying, they have that stuff. But when you look at our cats, their bodies transform dramatically when they go to college and get into a proper weight room, eating the proper foods. They already have the speed, but now their bodies shift and they look so different, bro. They look so different because you don't have that. And I actually talking to a recruiter, he said, what you see in college, a kid coming out primarily in Texas, is what you have with a little bit of tweaking. Yeah. You know what I mean? They have coaching stability. Coach has been at them schools for years. Their assistant's been there for years. There's for us, coach may be there today, and 5 of his assistants had to quit because they had to go to work because they can't afford that $3,000 for the whole year. You see what I'm saying? So, listen. As a head coach, I only made $4,200 for the year, and had to coach
get it out of the mud.
And had to coach in the spring too. And you don't get a check for spring football.
Do the whole staff get paid? I know the head coach get paid a lot.
Yeah. A lot. Street, don't curse at me like that. Stop it. You said a lot.
No, I'm talking in Texas. Does the whole staff get?
Oh.
I've never even looked at salaries.
Get a lot of money. Does the whole entire staff?
Let's see. I don't know.
Bro, Well, I go hunting, right?
I've never heard a coach complain about salary. I will say that.
I don't know. They're getting per diem or something in Miami. They're getting stipends or some rations.
Yo, my first 8 years coaching, I made $900 a year as an assistant coach.
Wow.
Used to come on a check before they added it to my salary from SunTrust Bank. I'll never forget this, $900 even. Then they add it to your salary, so it works out to like $1.84 a day, something like that.
Okay, so I found it. So it looks like in San Antonio, the highest owner earns $143,000 a year. The highest football coach, according to this article, in Houston is $131,000 a year. The highest coach in DFW makes $144,000 a year. So looks like they're making enough. It says most DFW high school football coaches, DFW is in Dallas, make $100,000 a year.
Yeah. So
there's no way they're going to pay a top coach $100,000 a year and not pay the staff.
Yeah. Wow. But you have to remember this too, though, Stray. I want a lot of people to understand that school is not paying all of that. So I want people to understand that. A lot of people think the school board, they're not justifying that. That's booster money. That's outside money that makes sense.
And it's the Texas High School Football Association, because that's the other thing they do is fundraise.
Right.
So it's a whole, yeah. So I don't know. I mean, and again, like I live here, so I never realize, when I pass a big stadium, I'm just like, it's just a way of life. You just see them and you keep it moving. But yeah, I never realized that was a privilege, I guess. I never saw it that way.
Just like the high school recruits, they don't realize they already maxed them. Just like the Florida Bay. Oh, listen, speaking of that, Cadillac Therese, I know y'all remember this. We were at Miami Jackson Senior High. Cadillac Therese. He played for Auburn. He is stretching. Remember, our uniform looked like the Green Bay Packers. They were so battered and bruised. They were almost like 8 years old. The stitches wouldn't even hold. Like, if you try to stitch it back up, the material was so soft. He doing a butterfly stretch. And, he looked down, all right, baby, good game. I'm like, bro, is that your... He's like, yeah, coach. I'm like, bro, he had to wear yellow tights under his yellow pants so his doorknobs wouldn't hang out, if you know what I'm saying.
What?
That's how bad it was.
A top athlete?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You saw Winky Flowers. Quentin Flowers wore number 9 and number 18 because we didn't have the same number in the different colors. So in white, he was number 9. In 18, he was green.
But and that's my thing though. How much of this is Florida? This is Florida's problem, right? Like, what is the state of Florida doing about this? And that's the issue.
Lord, that's what we're telling you. If they don't even have a legitimate stadium for these kids to play, do you think they care about that?
They can't. Yeah. It's kind of sad though too, because I always think just real in life, if everybody kind of has the same playing field, what would it look like? Like, how much better could the sport actually be? Because we're all working towards the same goals, right? Like, you play high school, you go play college, you go to the NFL. It's all for our entertainment. It's all the same. How great would it be if everybody was working together for the goals so that the sport could be better?
Yeah. Shout out to James. That's a good point. Head coach, usually the AD too. Yep.
Yeah.
Good call.
So I don't know. I didn't realize that Florida was like that, and shame on them.
It's bad. Put that up there, Hayes. Put that up there on the screen.
And the sad part about it too is like I said, huh? Man, take that off, man. Stop.
Why do we?
How did it happen, dog? How did it happen, dog? How did it happen?
And we ran out of eligibility, I guess.
Is he now? I thought. Oh gosh. Yeah.
Hey, when he sent the email out to the different schools,
does he get drafted? Willie Frog. Does he get drafted?
Does he get drafted? I don't know if he gets drafted. I think he'll be on a team, but I don't know if he gets drafted. Because what are his measurables?
6'5", 240. You're like 6'5", 240 something.
Didn't he get benched this year?
No, he hurt his arm. Technically, he hurt his arm. Technically, he hurt his arm.
Who's his agent? Do we know?
No.
Morgan and Morgan? I don't know.
Yeah.
Listen.
Because that's the thing with the NFL. If you have the measurables, who's your agent? That's the first thing. And then for me, I don't like making draft assumptions yet because I need to know where the teams are going to rank. You know, like there's so much with the NFL where the teams are going to rank, who has the money, who is going to even need a quarterback. Would that guy fit in some of these offenses? Because the way he looked, I mean, hand the ball off and pray. I mean, because I don't know what.
The first comment said that boy declared for unemployment.
And you know what's funny about NFL?
So savvy, dog. Like what?
But you know what's funny about that? He'll get a 6th-round draft pick. He'll play in the league maybe as a back or whatever, but he'll play because he's cheap money, right? 6th round ain't no big one. 7th round, no big money. And long as he's not a distraction, he'll have a spot.
Yeah.
He'll be a journeyman on the roster.
Somebody said Drew Rosenhaus. If Drew Rosenhaus signed him, he'll get drafted.
Yeah. He could go think about it. That's cheap money. That's cheap money for a what if.
Yep, and that's the sell. Especially if you're a team, like I said, that already has a quarterback. Like he could go to like the Chiefs, right? And it doesn't matter if he never plays. They have Patrick Mahomes, and if he has to come in, they have a good team enough where he can come in, and the goal is like don't screw this up, right? Hand the ball off, take care of the football, do the little things right. So yeah, if he has a good agent, he's 6'5", he'll find his way to the league. And I believe that the best job in the NFL is the backup quarterback. It's the best job. Nobody can hit you. You don't really get any snaps because
you hardly practice.
You hardly get to practice. And when you play, there's no expectations. They strip down the playbook. You become a handoff king. You become a check down specialist. There's no expectations. And you get about $20 million a year, $10 million a year.
But as an athlete, Hayes, do you think those backup quarterbacks ever see it that way?
I don't think at first, but I think eventually reality sets in and you say, I don't mind cashing this $500,000 check every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? After every game.
You're taking no hits.
Yeah.
Zero.
So for example, at first, that's still in you. Yeah, if coach just give me a chance, I'm going to win one for the Gipper. And then eventually it's like, hey, baby, don't unpack all those boxes because I don't think we're going to be here that long. You know what I mean? And then once they're in the league and they get past that, they got the pension piece and all that stuff the rest of their life. And eventually they just realize I'm not beat up. Yeah.
And the best part is you get to go into the pension because you have to be activated on game day because you have to have a backup quarterback. What's a better job? Who has a better job than Patrick Mahomes' backup? Who has a better job than Lamar Jackson's backup?
The get back coach.
You're not going to play you. Who is CJ Stroud's backup?
Get back. Who knows?
Yeah.
I know who Tua's backup is. The dude that threw 1 touchdown and 13 interceptions in college, and this dude is the backup. That's who we have. Am I right, Street? 13 interceptions and 1 touchdown.
They just waived the other one.
Who's the backup? And the best part is you, as the man, you get to be like, I'm a backup. I'm a quarterback in the NFL because you are. That's cool. And then you just go somewhere else. And guess what? You're just the quarterback in the NFL. Like, it's the best job. It's the best job.
I'm trying to think of something that it applies to women that really Flaw would look at and say, like, I'm trying to think of something where it apply because it is kind of weird what you're saying. It's almost like they want to play. They want a chance to end their career.
Being a star athlete's spouse. It's the same job.
Oh damn!
What?
It's the same job. You're not gonna. You don't take any hits. You go where they go. Your job is to hold them down when they come home and make sure they're good. But you know what? They're on the road during the season. It just is what it is. Your
Right.
job.
Okay, but only
Your
thing
job
missing
is to
from there
back
is
up
you
your
don't have
man.
the urge. You don't have the urge. It's almost if you had the urge. What if you were a huge football fan and you wanted and you had the urge to be on the road with him, right? See, that's the part that's missing.
Then
They
you go
want
on
to play.
the road.
No, the part is missing to what you're saying is that they want to play. Like they want to play, right? But you're saying that chilling and collecting, the smart thing to do is just chill and collect a check.
If you,
But they're like, no, we won't get it. I want to get a chance to get hit by one of these defensive ends.
who said that?
Yeah.
Like who honestly, let's be real here. Who have you ever heard, like as a football player, that is like, man, I wish I could get out there and take more hits? That's not.
They do, but they do want to play.
No. I didn't say anything about playing. I didn't say anything about playing. I said, who sits there and says, I want to take more hits. I want to take more hits. I want more physical toll on my body. I want.
They never look at it that way.
Nobody's ever going to say that.
No, they never look at it that way.
That's what I'm saying. No, get it. They want to play. I got it. But if somebody came and offered me $20 million to sit here, be ready to go, practice, show up, do all the things, and never play, over offering me $32 million, and I have to go in there, take the hits, I have to study, I have to have the pressure, I have to do the interviews, I have to take all the snaps, I have to do. Which one are you going to choose? Give me the 20.
Hey, it's almost like, hey, I'm gonna tell you, it's just like almost being the head coach or the commentator. Like how you talk about John Gruden. Is 100 million with all that pressure, or 50 million to give my opinion?
Give me 50.
I'm taking 50 for my opinion. Keep my weight down, my stress level low. And my emails never get discovered. You see what I'm saying? Like
Bill Belichick back on the sideline.
He doing it for the family though.
Yeah, he's starting a family business.
So it wasn't fulfilling for him. We talk about this all the time. I think life is about purpose, and sure. I think a lot of those dudes see themselves as football players, which is a weird thing, you know what I'm saying? But once you get 1 million, 2 million. Yeah, then it becomes about purpose. Once you brought a Lamborghini and you know what I'm saying? It becomes about purpose. And yeah, I don't know if they ever, I think they eventually, like Hayes said, get to a point where they're like Teddy Bridgewater. Like he's the number one backup in the country, in NFL. At one point in time, he was. And I think they understand it. And they probably see a lot of the BS business going on too, where it's like, oh, this is what I fought to get to? Man,
that's really it. Yeah.
I just paid this dude 50 million guaranteed.
Right.
And yeah, I might well.
And
like,
have any of you ever had an athlete come to you though and be like, "Hey, Coach Hayes, I am such and such. I play for the blah blah blah. I'm the backup." No, you say I'm so and so. I play for so and so. What position you play? I play running back. You keep it moving.
Hey, shout out to Duke. Remember Duke was on the show one time. Duke say, "Coach, I'm going to keep playing until all 32 teams say no."
That's it.
He told me that. He said, "Coach," I said, "Duke, you about done?" "Nope. I'm going to keep playing until all 32 teams tell me no." And I like, dang, dude, I ain't mad at you, baby. Because here it is. Again, to your point now, Flaw, where can you go make 20 million and watch the game?
Nowhere. On the sideline.
You got the best view in the house, and you got the ear. You don't even got to speculate the play call. You already know the call before it come out.
Right, and you still are the quarterback for the team. Like, no, you're not going to be like, "Hey, I'm so and so. I'm Patrick Mahomes' backup." Nobody says that. No, that's what I'm saying. It's just I just think it's underrated. It's a very underrated job. Like some people are like, "Oh yeah, he's in the NFL, but he's a backup." I don't get this shit.
All right, y'all clap it up for Assad, man. Assad he was at Colorado. They say he committed to FAU.
Oh, good for him. I love that.
He was at Colorado. Shout out to him, man. But
so that's all I'm saying. I think, and then obviously we were going to talk about the NFL playing the 10. Right. The 10 NFL teams that are playing 3 games within 10 days and 11 games, which is another complete disaster about how they don't care about player safety. But speaking of player safety, go be the backup quarterback. You are safe. You're safe from all
Justin Fields chilling, huh? Is he chilling?
You know what's terrible? I actually think Justin Fields got hurt yesterday. I think he's actually hurt. He came in for one play, got us a first down, got hit awkwardly, And I think he's hurt. I don't know how serious it is, but I know he got hurt yesterday. But again, it's perfect. That's why I tell people, like, leave these quarterbacks alone. Let them do them. Just let them hang out. Why not?
It is an ego issue, though. I mean, it is. Think about it. Like I told Street, but I was telling Street, you've been on a doggone internship for 15 to 18 year internship. And now you want to show your talents because there is an ego piece in there, right? You were the man, probably wherever you're from knee high to a grasshopper till the league. And now you're just a man sitting on the bench. You know what I mean? And it's hard.
$20 million.
No. I get that. But there is a pride. There is a thing, right? Like there is. Yeah, but that's tough, Flaw. Like that's tough when you've been doing something for 18 years and somebody say, hey, sit right there. And you never get off of that bench. You don't mind doing it at first because every step, right? You go 9th grade JV, I'm the man down here, and then I move my way up. I go to college and I move my way up. But you never move your way back up. You just.
My thing is it's almost gaming the system in a way. It's like, don't let the businesses use you. You use the business. You're using the business.
Oh my God. You got to let us know, Doc. Doc Holliday, HBCU Overdrive covers HBCU. What's going on with the Michael Vick? I think Flaw just let us know that the Sacramento State stuff was really flawed information and it's not true. So Doc, you got to let us know, brother. What is happening? Are they going? Is Mike Vick going to be the head coach at Norfolk State? Behold the green and gold. Let us know, brother. And y'all go check out Doc as well, man. He do a great job with HBCU content.
Yeah. So I don't know. At the end of the day, it really just depends on what your goals are. But if you're going to tell me that I make a lot of money to sit here and honestly, quite frankly, all I got to do is like work out, stay in shape, eat right, do all the great things, and then show up. Yes.
That's hard though, Flaw, because that's not what got you there. Your competitive nature got you.
You're right. But listen, you're not good enough.
Damn.
What do you want me to do?
I'm almost good enough. Like I'm almost gonna be the starting quarterback.
Yeah. You're not good enough. And then when you get your shot to run in there right at the end of the game for the last 3 minutes and you hand the ball off, you got your game time. Like, I'm sorry, you're not good enough.
Oh, that's tough.
You don't get a participation trophy. Not in the NFL, you don't.
But you get a participation check.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they need to let me advise you. I would be telling a lot of these players, I'm like, listen, I know that you want to get drafted. I know you want to go be the guy. I know. I get it. But sometimes you need to enjoy where you're at. Like sometimes you got to celebrate where you're at. So when you get to that next level, you can enjoy it. Or listen, some of these guys are never going to get to the next level.
So let me ask you this quickly, just asking Street, and then you let me know. A guy like Joey Flacco won the Natty, won the Super Bowl. And now you like, if that ain't ego busting, bro.
He's old.
I know. But what I'm saying is,
I'm being too nice. I'm being too rude. Okay,
I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see when did he start. He started in 2008. Gee whiz, he's old boy.
He's like 40.
He's 39. Yeah, you're right. Golly. No, but I was just saying, but from an ego standpoint, like, you still get, even though you're not doing it, but you got to get up early, go to these doggone practices, sit through these meetings. Like, now that's bad. You sitting in these meetings knowing you're not playing, you got to be like that.
You're making $15 million. I think we're missing it here, guys. I think we're missing it here.
No, you're not missing it. I'm just talking about
when I was sitting through those meetings, I would be looking at my bank account. As we're sitting in the meetings and everybody's focused on the game, I would be like, let me pull up my bank account real quick.
I'll probably be in that thing. I would start off the season like this and see how far I could get. Every meeting. Say I was making 20 million. 20 million bottles of beer on the wall, 20 million bottles of beer. If one of those bottles happened to fall, 19,999,999 bottles of beer. I would sing that all the way through an entire year and see how far I could get before the season's over.
And I get like the desire, like you want to play, you want to contribute, but here's the thing. a lot of people that retire, they always say the thing they miss is the team environment, the camaraderie, the being around the guys, right? The having the moment where you can be in the locker room and all that stuff. Guess what? You still get all of that. You get all of it. You just don't get you're so great and an extra $70 million in salary.
No, I get it. Street, could you do it? Could you do it?
This man's about to lie to us. I
Yeah.
can't answer this. I can only play if I was the starter.
I can do it too. I can do it too. I'm just talking about, I think they grow into that. What I'm saying, they grow into that understanding. But those first couple years, you over there like, you know, you trying to look at your wife like, look, baby, I was the man. You know what I'm saying? But no, don't brag to your friends about me, because you know, they ain't gonna see me. They ain't gonna see me on the screen. But
you think once you make it to the NFL, you still gotta explain to people not playing? I think that's at such an elite level. It's like,
right. And if you gotta explain to somebody that you're in the NFL and you're not playing, that person's not for you. Move around. That's crazy.
No, we get it. I think we're talking about the average, like your wife's friends.
Well, they're idiots.
If Bobby is, well, why is he not playing?
You say, baby, look at your ring. Go look at it. You see this house? Who cares? Your focus. You see that charity that you're able to do? Yeah. The fact that I'm able to attend it is because I'm not the starter. like, because I can't do the things that they can do. You know, like we gotta put this in context.
So you can buy more Bitcoin. Speaking of Bitcoin, Bitcoin hit 107,000 in there. I just want y'all to know that we talked about Bitcoin. Everybody said it was 30,000, 18,000 or something. We've been talking about it.
Let me check my Bitcoin right quick. Let me check my Bitcoin. See what Street talking.
Anyways, I don't have anything else to say. I'm just here selling the dream on being a backup quarterback in the NFL. Really being a backup at any point in the NFL, because you get to be on the team. Go ahead.
Damn. I just saw my salary go up.
I never leave you wrong, dog.
And you didn't do anything for it.
Nothing. But doubt Street. Stream of Bitcoin down. Stream of Bitcoin down. Street. And then when they go up really far, all of a sudden he don't look at it no more.
Don't do me like that.
He doesn't even praise you anymore. He doesn't even give you the credit.
Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that.
Yeah.
No, so, anyway, I don't see Howes in the building. Talk to us. Get up out of here. Coach got something important to do tomorrow.
He ain't got nothing to do.
You're right. But sit on the bench and collect that check. You're right.
You're the backup quarterback.
Look, but see, that's how it be in the house. Baby, can you hurry up? I got something to do tomorrow. You like, you ain't got nothing to do tomorrow. You backup quarterback. Get your ass down.
Let me tell you something that is absolutely not being said. Okay, you know why?
No, she's saying that in her head though.
No, she's not though, because that's not. I don't think no, you're the quarterback. Nobody says I'm the backup.
No, I'm talking about the wife. If I'm in the house and say you my wife, and I'm like, baby, I need you to get this. I got to be to the facility in the morning. You probably like rushing me, a damn backup quarterback. Hell, he rushing me for.
Well, she had a line. Because I'd be like, what you need, baby? How much? Okay. Don't you worry about that. What time you leaving? Cool. I got you. See you later.
That's funny right there. Street want to back up to me.
You got on see how dog?
Yeah, I got one.
Has mine.
No,
mine
you
is
gotta
simple.
put it up. How you put it up?
I have to pull it up.
Yeah. I don't know how to do
it. Wait a minute.
I'm just a backup quarterback now. You asking
exactly, dude. Your backup duties.
I'm ready, dog. You want to go? You can put.
All right, I'll add this
things on the screen.
Yeah, go ahead.
You ain't gotta add the screen. You gotta add it.
Hold on. I almost messed it up. Go ahead. Okay, go ahead. Set it up.
Okay, so my own see how is brought to you by IOD Squad. Since we're talking about Bitcoin, man, 786-405-9499. IOD Squad, investor die. Every day we trade. We put out plays in the stock market. You can watch the plays we get into. We talk about these things, crypto. I got tons of videos of me explaining what is support and resistance and when to buy, when to sell. So, man, 786-405-9499. If you trust a black dude to teach you about financing, come jump in. Come jump in IOD Squad, man. I help you out a little bit, man. A little bit I know. I don't see how Travis Hunter gave this girl a hangover pill, got her up out the bed, and then this what they came up with.
This stuff online because I'm tired emotionally and mentally of seeing people try to make me out to be a person that I am not.
She was crying, huh? I didn't know she was crying.
But with a testimony, without a test of faith. So I'm going to start from the very beginning with this my type thing. I got permission from Travis to say these things because
she said she got
these are previously things I didn't want
manipulation
online.
tactic.
Thank you.
But I'm going to tell y'all the full story just so y'all know. So Travis, when he first ever DM'd me, when we first met, I said I left him in my DM for 2 months, and people said, "Oh, she left him in his DM until she figured out who he was." That is not true at all. The real reason Travis sat in my DM for 2 months is because he DM'd me when he had a girlfriend, and her name was in his bio, so I instantly knew he had a partner. So I exited. Okay, I'm going to be addressing.
We don't want to watch this whole thing, do we?
No.
No.
Heard it all before. Them lies ain't working now. Oh, I'm sorry.
So Travis said, yeah, she was. So she got over her hangover, and this what they did, got her pretty and put her on live, and them black girls don't want to hear that. They still gonna speak. Really, Flaw, something bothers you about what she said. Like what bothers you about what she said?
The point of being in a relationship is to protect your partner at all cost.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have to take on things to protect your partner, you do it, because we don't matter. We don't matter.
No.
So when you start a conversation by airing another person's dirty laundry, saying you got his permission, what are we doing?
Yeah, they walking down. They're young kids though, so I'm gonna keep saying that they're young kids.
Where's the PR team? Where's the change in the bio that they're now represented? Oh
Travis gave me permission to throw him under the bus. Here it come. He was a cheater when I met him.
I thought his girlfriend's name in his bio.
God damn it, Travis! Listen, man, just pull it back. Lena, just go chill for a minute. Get out the limelight. Go breathe.
Stop posting on social media. Stop talking about your relationship. Stop. Just stop. This is no, please.
Bro, that's the first play out of the playbook. Just stop. I mean, this is what it is, man. You see all political people, you see celebrities, when they go bad, just shut everything down. And it go.
Bro, she goes on to explain everything y'all saw. And still the comment section is the first 3 minutes look like she rehearsed that. Like these people don't care. People want to see a train wreck.
And not
they
only
don't care
that,
about your explanation. They don't
and
care.
not only that, too, you know what?
Yes.
You're making a video and you're like, and when I reached out to him and he was saying, is that like, you know what?
No, exactly. I wasn't
even watching her. I was watching Really Flawed. Paige Hayes had them put you in a bigger box.
Oh, because I'm like, is this like, I thought you were joking. I thought you had clipped it. And then when you went down to the bottom and I saw you moving the thing, I was like, oh, this is real.
Yeah.
It's just unfortunate. I'll just say this, man. It's just unfortunate. Yeah, they're young, but you gotta remember, I think we all up here a little older, so we think a little wiser. They grew up at social media. We grew up being introduced to social media. They grew up in social media. You see what I'm saying? So
just stop.
That's
Stop
just a part of their culture. That's really like a part of their culture.
Life, right?
Yeah, their culture. And they have to understand that social media is not the same as the couch. You don't have to tell everybody your issues, your problems, but they've been embedded in that culture, and that's unfortunate to everybody, not just them. Bro, you know how many people I know, they just don't have the same numbers that they have. Something happened in their family, they go to social media. Girl, you ain't gonna believe what my mama did, and they telling their entire life to their phone.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying to you street the other day about the AI thing, about confessing everything to the phone. It's just a play off of this. But that's neither here nor there. But go ahead, y'all finish out. I don't see how.
No, I just wish if I could talk to her, she'll never see this, but I just wish I could tell her number one job, because she's a fiance, is to protect her relationship. Just like his number one job is to protect his relationship. That's what marriage is. Protect it. That's it. Stop talking. Just stop. It's over. Stop talking. That's it. Like,
don't be
do a video about the Heisman.
See this now. I don't know. Travis Hunter has commented on plenty of my things. We've talked to DM. I wouldn't say she'll never see it. You got a shot.
Yeah, just like stop talking, honey. Listen, get in my DMs and I can teach you a couple of things. I promise you. Just stop talking. Stop talking, please. Stop. It's not helping you. It's not helping your future.
She don't talk much, but she doesn't talk much.
She might read a lot,
the mystique, but all the stuff you had, you just, you know what I'm like? Why?
Yeah.
Just shh.
I'll say this: she might see it because some made her upset, so she saw a lot of those comments. So
Girl,
you know what I mean? And that's another.
You know what? I'm just going to take this a step further. Women, if you hear this and you're a friend of hers or you know somebody, like, let's help other women do better. Let's be a part of their solution. This is terrible.
Yeah, I wish they would never show her weak like that. I wish she should have just turned up, like how she looked at the game that day with her chin. She had on a fur hat, fur coat. She should have just kept buying shit and just turning up with different bags
and wait and do like this.
Just making everybody mad, like just turning up with different purses and just pissing everybody off, dog.
Yeah. So, anyways,
you know the next thing. Look at her. She just using him for his money. You know that's gonna be the next thing.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. She's never going to win. That's why I'm saying just stop talking. Stop talking to us.
Yeah, it is.
Go be fly and go do you, boo. Like go, do that.
They gotta stay together now, huh? They can't. They have to stay together. There's no option of breaking up because they gotta stay together. They gotta figure out somehow, some way to do what Will Smith and Jada Pinkett did. We don't know if they're together or not together. We have no clue what's going on.
Right. Then that is exactly how it should be. We should never know. Anyway, did you get my I don't see how up there?
No, where is it?
Unbelievable.
You didn't add it to the screen. You got to add it to the bottom.
She said unbelievable.
There's a lot of expectations.
I thought I expected that you knew how to do it since you have your own show. You're right. I expected. But I'll do mine.
The wrong thing.
I'll do mine since we're waiting. All right, real quick. My I don't see how for the day is. I've actually showed this before, but I feel like it fits perfectly when we start talking about backup quarterbacks as much as we did. Shout out to my man.
I just found out about Tim Boyle, just pissed me off even more and left me dumbfounded. This man is our third string quarterback. He went into the game after Tyler Huntley went down with an injury, and he was supposed to help us win today's game. And I found out in his 3 years in college, he threw 1 touchdown and 13 interceptions with UConn. How the fuck did this guy get a job in the NFL? This man has somehow been in the league since 2019 on 5 different teams. If all it takes is throwing 1 touchdown, 13 interceptions in college to make it to the NFL, I could be in the league. What I just found out about Tim Boyle just pissed me off even more and left me dumbfounded.
Let me dumbfounded.
DJ, you better than him.
Right. So that's why I say, DJ, you got 6'5", 230, 240 somewhere in there. Hey, he can make it. 1 touchdown and 13 interceptions. For me. That's terrible, bro. That's terrible.
And can you Google how much money he's making while I'm trying to upload this?
Tim Boyle's contract. Oh my God, I'm scared to do it.
How do I get this?
1 year, 1.1, basically 1.2. 1 year, 1.2 with the Jets. Yeah. Ain't no Chuck, how many people making 1.2? Sitting 2 spots behind the starting quarterback.
I'll take it.
You definitely ain't playing, and you definitely not practicing. You know what you're doing? Tua, you like your ball 19 PSI or 18 PSI? How you like your ball?
Oh my God. No,
Can you see?
Did.
Did I do that right?
I got you down here. All right, you ready?
No, I don't know. I don't know if it's the right thing.
I forgot. Mine is sponsored by Coach Hayes Football, Cane Juice. WREs are back in action. They coming back out, y'all, and they coming in abundance. So get ready for the Watch React Evaluate. All right, Really Flawed.
So my I Don't See How, which is sponsored by Really Flawed, and this fabulous pink in my great outfit on camera and this colorful hair that people love to talk about, and I love to fling it around and keep them talking about it. So go ahead and add my thing on the screen. Yes, I'm always this extra. So my I Don't See How is this Oklahoma State quarterback who has now been granted his 8th year of eligibility. 8th year of eligibility. Why do we have college athletes playing football for 8 years? I need somebody to make it make sense. He is at least 25 or 26. He has to be, right? So why is this okay? Like, why is this a rule? Why are we doing this? Why is this happening? And I thought after COVID, it was going to stop, but I think this is the last year for their COVIDs. But this man has played 2 full people's worth of college football. 8 years? Like, you're supposed to get 4, bro. So anyways, my I Don't See How is this young man. Well, yeah. Well, at this point, he's a man. He's a young man.
He's grown, man.
He's a grown man with 3 kids and probably a wife and a 3rd child on the way. Is playing his 8th college career of college football. I just think that that's crazy as hell. But here we are. That is where we're at in today's society. So yeah.
Can I tell you the bigger crime out of all of that? The biggest crime? If he only has 1 degree. In 8 years, dog. Soil consumption engineer. Yeah, that's criminal, dog.
And so I just Googled because I wanted to see how old he actually was, because this is crazy as hell. He's 24 years old, Texas guy. He just declared that he's going to the NFL. So he also thought this was a joke. So there you have it. He also has decided this is crazy as hell. 8 years?
I gotta follow up for you, really. You're NFL GM. Who do you take, DJU or Alan Bowman?
What are Alan Bowman's measurables?
No, just go off of what you think you know.
Oh, what I think I know? I'm taking DJU.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I just, yeah. No. So anyways, so that was mine.
Who you take, DJU, Alan Bowman, Street?
DJU, though.
I take Alan Bowman. Now let's see what the stats are. Since everybody loves stats.
Well, you know what? I don't know how DJU did last year, but I think Bowman led his team. I think they played Texas, but I don't remember if he was the starting quarterback.
Alan Bowman has been at Oklahoma State the entire time. He has thrown for 11,212 yards in the 24 years. In the 24 years he's been there.
11,000 yards.
He's 994 for 1,565. His arm got to be tired, boy. 44 interceptions. He's doing 44 interceptions and 65 touchdowns.
Wow.
These are legendary numbers.
44 times the crowd went, God dang.
Wow. I mean, DJU's numbers aren't much better.
Well, he missed 2 years. He was really hurt in 21 and 22 when he was at Michigan. Oh yeah, he only threw 4 passes and 7 passes. In those 2 years, he threw 11 passes and still had an interception. Man, let's get up out of here, man.
Dang. Hey, you see this video of Najee Kelly getting arrested? Well, he didn't get arrested. What the fuck? He got pulled over. He didn't get arrested. He got pulled over.
Look. Oh, what was his name that you said? I feel like I've seen it.
From Miami. I have not seen it. No.
The whole dash cam of they pulled him over for getting gas with his firearm in the car, and they went through his car, and now nothing happened to him. He seemed to be smiling the whole while. He seemed to not care the whole thing, but
and this is a perfect example of being in the limelight. You know how many people get pulled over that don't have that name with their firearm in the car and nothing happened, but because you are in the celebrity world and you are click worthy, that's what I'll tell Travis. Because you are click worthy, these things are going to happen.
Can you click on that comment that says she's speaking from a position and point she don't understand? Speaking.
I put
hey,
it
305 Berto, you are talking to me from a position you don't understand either. Isn't that funny how that happens?
Yeah, 305 Berto.
Isn't it funny how we all have opinions? That's so funny. Thank you for listening, Boo.
Yeah, Flaw.
Hope you enjoyed the show.
She'll hit you with them shell toes. You gotta be careful.
Hope you enjoyed the show.
Oh man, that's a good one. Anyway, let's get up out of here, man. Street, how you like it, man? We got the Christmas spirit going. We got ice skaters. We got really flawed in the middle. We got Coach Hay. We got Footballville. My man Streeter.
All right, now really
y'all don't hear that music? Oh, I was getting ready for the nightlife. Yeah, no.
She's trying to get chose. She's trying to get chose.
She's trying to get excited.
I'm trying to get me that backup quarterback.
You can get a backup, really now. Come on, you can get a backup.
But I was saying she's trying to get
the key in life is to shoot for the backups. The starters always come. The starters always come, but you got to shoot for the backups.
Reggie late. Straighten Reggie out. Reggie said, I bet she don't have I don't see how. You just missed it, Reggie. You just missed it.
I don't see how. You didn't see my I don't see how.
Yeah, I don't see how, dog. How often we gonna do this, though? We gotta talk about this.
Why would you think I was the slacker?
I don't know.
I showed up on time. I have the chat triggered. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do.
305 Berto says somebody mute her mic.
Ooh, I love it. I love it.
Hey, here go the funny thing too. Here go the funny thing. I'm looking at this video. He on UCF campus too. That's UCF campus. I just saw the police. I see the campus. I know the campus. So yeah.
Yeah, he didn't seem to be bothered at any point in time.
Maybe he knew he was being recorded though too.
I'm not sure.
At this point, you have to assume that you're being recorded. You would think.
Yeah, everything being recorded.
Yeah. What was your question? How often are we gonna do this?
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah.
As long as I can tolerate. Just kidding.
Trying to tolerate us. We got we've averaged over 400 people in here combined with all of our sites. Again, we are dual streaming Facebook, YouTube, Twitter /X. And you didn't put it on your thing, huh? We got to get all the views.
I don't know how. Oh, do I just hit the button?
She said she don't know.
You're late right now.
I don't see how next week will be. I don't see how to work StreamYard.
I don't see how you want a quarterback role and you don't know the backup play. That's all I'm saying.
I never said that. That's a lie. I said give me the backup.
That's what I'm saying. You want to be the backup quarterback.
Yeah, I want to be backup.
You got to know how to. You can't call 26 left
that's
and
not
you go
true.
right.
No, that's not because I don't get to play. I'm just on the sideline listening. That's my role. That is my role. I get to be on the sideline listening. So
that's funny. Well, anyways. Street, let's make it happen, man. Let's get up out of here, man. We about to make it happen. Tis the Christmas, tis the season to
I just
be
got
jolly.
compared to the VP of the United States of America. Clap it up for me one time. I just got compared to the VP of the United States of America, baby.
Quick clap.
I made it. I've made it. I have made it.
Mama, I made it. That's cool.
And guess what? She was the runner-up, so she was the backup. You see what I'm saying? Just playing my role. Just playing my role.
I'm gonna leave that right there. Street, we out of here, man. Really flawed. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much. And all that good stuff. All the people in there, make sure you hit the like, share, and subscribe button, making it happen. Any last words from anybody? Let people know where they can find you. Flawed.
You can find me at Really Flawed. And I will talk about any and everything, and I will trigger you just as much there as I have all day today on this live. And I will welcome you there with open arms because I like when I trigger people. It actually makes me happy. So yeah,
Reggie,
that's where you can find me.
The fact that you know that, Reggie, we got to talk in the locker room, Reggie. The fact that you know those Gloria Vanderbilt jeans, and the fact that I know that Anderson Cooper is her son, we got to talk.
I didn't know that though until she died. Did you know that before she? Oh, I didn't know it until she died.
Did not. No, I did not.
Oh.
Shout out to Aaron Nolan, man. Hit the transfer portal.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he in the portal.
He hit it earlier.
Should have came to the crib.
Does he still have a chance? I think y'all still might need one.
I don't know if they take an unproven quarterback. That taking proven quarterback worked too well.
I don't know. We'll talk about it. We're here all week, ladies and gentlemen. We out of here, man. Peace, love, and hair grease. We out.
Bye.
This is Hayes Street. We're really flawed on the block.
Yeah. I'm like, what?